Carl Jung, who lived from 1875 to 1961, was a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who founded analytical psychology. Initially a follower of Sigmund Freud, he eventually broke away to form his own school of thought, which emphasized the spiritual, mythological, and symbolic aspects of the psyche. Key concepts of Jungian psychology. First, the psyche. Jung saw the psyche as made up of three main parts: the conscious mind, what you're aware of; the personal unconscious, your memories and repressed experiences; and the collective unconscious, a deeper level shared by all humans, full of archetypes. Next, archetypes. Archetypes are universal, inherited symbols or patterns. Think of them as mental blueprints. Key examples include the self, the totality of the psyche, the goal of personal development; the shadow, your unconscious dark side, often projected onto others; the anima, animus, the feminine aspect in men, which is the anima; and the masculine aspect in women, which is the animus; and the persona, your social mask or role you present to the world. These show up in myths, dreams, art, and personal behavior across cultures. Finally, individuation. Jung believed the goal of life is individuation, becoming your true whole self by integrating different parts of your personality, including your unconscious elements, especially the shadow. As Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Major works, Psychological Types, published in 1921. This is where Jung introduced his famous personality typology, introversion versus extraversion, and the functions of thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition. This laid the groundwork for the Myers-Briggs type indicator. The archetypes and the collective unconscious. Jung explores his idea of shared archetypes here. These ancient images and themes recur in myths, religions, and dreams across cultures. Man and his symbols. This is a more accessible book aimed at the general reader. It explains how symbols, dreams, and myths are reflections of unconscious processes and can guide personal growth. The Red Book, also known as Liber Novus, a deeply personal and symbolic journal of Jung's confrontation with the unconscious. It's full of visions, drawings, and insights that laid the foundation for his later theories, published posthumously. Jung on dreams. Jung saw dreams as a direct window into the unconscious. Unlike Freud, who saw them mostly as wish fulfillment, Jung believed dreams are messages guiding the individual toward growth and balance. Spirituality and myth. Jung was fascinated by alchemy, seeing it as a symbolic representation of psychological transformation. He was also deeply interested in Eastern religions, particularly Buddhism and Hinduism. Additionally, Christian mysticism, with symbols like the cross or mandala, spoke to inner psychic processes. Jung versus Freud. Here are some key differences. When it comes to the unconscious, Freud saw it as mostly repressed sexuality, while Jung included collective and spiritual themes. For dream interpretation, Freud viewed dreams as wish fulfillment, whereas Jung saw them as symbolic messages from the unconscious. In terms of personality development, Freud believed it ended in childhood, but Jung saw it as a lifelong process, known as individuation. Regarding religion and spirituality, Freud considered them illusions, but Jung saw them as essential to the human psyche. Impact and legacy. Jung's work influenced art, literature, and film, such as Star Wars and The Matrix. He inspired personality theory like the MBTI, and his ideas are still used in therapy by Jungian analysts. He opened psychology to myth, religion, symbolism, and spiritual growth. Carl Jung believed that the path to becoming your true self lies in understanding and integrating all parts of your psyche, including your hidden shadow and universal archetypes, through dreams, symbols, and self-reflection. His work blends psychology, spirituality, myth, and art into a holistic view of human nature.